I feel like she was maybe newer at. Are you using your computer or mine? Or
Okay, honestly, I did not.
you don't need a PowerPoint either, so you don't even have to use a computer. It's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
If you're just leading a group, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna, I changed it to week 9.
Yeah.
Like girl fights or girl.
That is awesome. A
And
lot of
all
times
I
that's
really
just
need is just like a piece of paper journaling, and I have to.
that is perfectly fine. So then when you do your internship, is it next year or are you next year?
I think it's next semester.
Because you graduate.
2026. But I think I graduate a year. I graduate like the fall of 2026.
Are you really a semester early?
I think so. I think I'm on track for a semester.
That's awesome. That's great. Oh yeah, we were doing trauma the past several days. I forgot. Okay.
So yeah, that's what Miss Nikita said. Miss Nikita said I should be ready for internship next semester.
That is awesome. Dang it. Do you guys ever lose headphones? You deal with these stupid headphones everywhere and they just disappear.
Yeah.
Is there a way to like tie them to your body?
I got AirPods.
Is that the
AirPod
right?
tracker.
Right. Oh well. We are ready whenever you are. I guess I should just go from this way. We'll go get snacks. What's that? Yeah, there's lots of those. If you see AirPods in there, grab them. My case is gone. It should be, actually. Just because I ran out so fast. Markeisha caught me and I said, I got 3 minutes for real. I got to go to class. She's like, I need to know about the great minds. I would too if I heard there's 15 grand and a guarantee.
So they extended it to 15? Is that 12?
They extended it and they're saying there's additional money for like student loan forgiveness after it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that insane?
That's good.
So it's a lot of like, they clearly need more social workers in the state of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's from out of state too.
Okay.
So I think she would do what I was telling you to do.
Like just travel or to like just travel for the...
Like just be an Ohioan until you get done with whatever that is, including grad school.
Mm-hmm.
What Indiana home place are you from? South
Wayne.
Bend?
Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne. That's it.
But the person from UC, when she came to talk to us, she said that UC would give me in-state since I went to Central.
Interesting. That's cool.
So I was like, okay, that's because that was really what I was worried about. I do want to stay in Ohio because like I'm from here, like I'm from Springfield, so like all my family's still here.
Yeah.
So it would be better if I like stayed in Ohio, but
Right.
mm-hmm.
I know it is hard to like. There are things I would not want to think about until the day it happens. For example, this conference tomorrow. Like I don't want to think about my car is maybe going to be short of range getting home, so I got to stop somewhere and charge. I just saw I got scheduled on growth therapy to a 2:00 client, so I got to stop somewhere and see them,
Mm-hmm.
charge my car, present, and then come back. And we don't want to bring all 4 kids up there.
Oh yeah.
So I'll leave at 5 a.m. and come home. The other
5
option,
a.m.? Oh my goodness.
just to get up there in time.
Yeah.
So, what other questions did you have while she's getting? I should have brought water in here too. Do you want some snacks? Maybe we should all go get something and then.
Yeah.
That way, we're hydrated. We'll put on a show for people that are. There we go. Multiple personality disorder while we're gone. So there's no dead air time.
I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma at 10 after my daddy died. We moved to
She doesn't sound good.
Sligo, Oklahoma.
You see
What was your family like?
It was great until my dad
I don't know
died.
if
And
you
then
guys. What do you want next?
a mirror up of him came through and picked up the rest of the pieces to keep my dad from falling flat. And I walked my daddy up to having to do my job while I
What,
grow up. So
how'd you lose your father?
he was killed at his job. Accident.
Sorry.
Yeah.
In your childhood you had a stepdad?
I miss my dad, but yeah. It was great, but there was a lot of ritual that went on in Hellmouth, Logan, Duke County. The girls were innocent and they did a lot of mind control. Let us think that our parents molested us or the father. And my dad, that dad, no, he would never done that. Very much a Boondock Saints guy, you know. They very much believers of, you know, the cross. Never would he have touched me or anything, but there was a lot of times that I was knocked out and blacked out. And black-eyed rituals done on us, so we thought things that weren't actually true. By kind of like alien forces, but not, just different weird
And
individuals.
you told me outside that you've been diagnosed with multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, I didn't get diagnosed till I was 36,
How old are you now?
41.
Okay.
And I blacked out sometimes over that time frame from 36 to 41. But a year before I turned 41, I went missing for 3 weeks. I woke up driving, ended up in Ohio, in an abandoned home. I stayed there and was figuring out what I was supposed to do because it's Yeshua. You know, you have a job to do as God and Jesus. And, you know, I had to leave my children at 10 and 13. And my son was older. He was already with his father. And I had to keep them safe. I knew this job would be dangerous, but I would never contact them. I'm not even going to say their names. You know, I mean, they're very unique names. Trinity is my middle daughter. I mean, that's very much a sign to me of center of the earth, you know, center of the universe. That's where I was, you know, as Alicia. And, you know, as Alicia, I was blew off because I knew as Alicia, this fuckery of a world, what they do. You know, I am that person that's been around so long to know what this world does. So you can tell as American, I'm very okay. But as the new Alicia, I am very Australian and very fucked up about how this has been.
DID, dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, so I have 21 personalities.
But that's something that you've had your whole life?
Well, I mean, yeah, you could say that, but at 36, it was really pushed too late for me to go through my awakening. But I went to nursing school and we did a study of religion because it's something you need to know. And it was 2016, and three of us that did we did the pagan religion. Oh, and you know, got in front of the class, talked about it. I just picked a random moon ritual and blew us into magic that we didn't even know existed. I mean, hell, when you go to church and raise a Pentecostal granddaughter, you don't touch magic. You don't even think about it, let alone tarot. And I became a medium, did a mediumship for my friend that I went to nursing school with that was in that interview. And I'm going to tell you, it was her brother. He did not commit suicide. He got hit by a car. But his mother, believing in Roman Catholic religion, purgatory is something you get in hell when you commit suicide. So she was very much paying the churches and having a belief system of what she believed, because belief systems are real. We shouldn't mess with that. But he showed me otherwise. And
Ollie and Anna seemed so perfect. What people didn't know was she was screaming for help.
This marriage not healthy anymore.
I threw my whole life away for her.
You're a mind woman.
Burnout. I'll experience it at some point. It's so important to me that I've actually been working on it in therapy. With the help of BetterHelp, I've learned certain tactics and strategies to begin creating
Stop
habits
that.
for myself. It can be really
And do a group.
She was very much relieved. You know, I went to Cancun with my ex at the time for a honeymoon. We just graduated nursing school.
Has anybody else done their group yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people. I know, it is funny, you guys come in on different days to do them.
yeah.
Some of you like them to do them with just me as the participant, and some of you like a bunch of other participants. It depends, right? Ooh. Do we have anybody signed in? Nope. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Are you participating?
That's how we make it a group. At Lighthouse, they wouldn't let us bill unless if it was a 2 or more. I mean, 3 or more, because with 2, they would want you to do a half an hour with her and a half an hour with me.
Oh, okay.
Because it makes more money. It was $33 an hour. And a group, maybe. Might have to go back to the office again. That's how pens are nowadays, huh? I'll go to the office and find it.
I should have one, but I don't.
I know, I should too. Well, let's check this first and then. I'll go grab it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Right, I do have things. Can I borrow
Yeah.
one?
Right, I didn't even.
Thank you.
I was about to say, that don't work. I know this one will too.
It works.
Okay. Ooh.
One of these 4 pens should work for us. A lot of us don't use them. Those might be my only 4 pens. That's because we're on fiscal watch. Did they send that to you guys too?
Yeah,
What does that mean for students?
I don't think it means anything until they get their accreditation. They can like,
Oh.
that's when it kind of affects everybody.
But that wouldn't be social work accreditation, that's a different accreditation.
And then also, I guess, you know, the whole zero balance thing,
Oh, that is kind
I
of
think
stupid.
that's why they did that, is because they're in so much debt. They kind of need all their money upfront.
Right, but you do need people to register to do dollar student loan money.
So first, we are going to start with the opening ritual.
It's okay.
Okay. Wait, so each one has their own rituals? Because I thought all of them had the same one. So I'm just trying to find.
Right, yeah, it would be up to you to choose.
Okay. So. Okay. I got it. I'm gonna use my phone.
For some music.
Yeah, for some music.
All right, that's good.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about just like the trials and tribulations of girlfriends and girlhood. Okay, so so first we're gonna have check in just to see what's going on in everybody's lives. So I can start. For me, I think it's been a real stressful. It's been a real stressful week for me because I had a lot going on. It was just a lot going on. I had court on Thursday. My engine went out of my car, so I'm carless now. So it's been a lot. I don't know. It's been just like a lot of unfortunate stuff happening. But yeah, yeah, that's really about it. How about you?
Well, this last week my daughter was sick, so we were back and forth to the doctor. They couldn't really figure out exactly what was wrong, but they prescribed her antibiotics, so she's back to her normal self. This week just been trying to catch up on work, and I'm really just trying to knock all these classes out early so I can just relax for the rest of the semester.
One more month.
Yeah, pretty much it.
I had, so same past week and a half, so UC was a semi-busy trip. At the last minute, we did bring all 4 kids, that was a lot. UC, we kind of communicated to them that there are several graduate schools recruiting all of our students and offering a lot of money. And we're going to kind of have them now do their own recruitment and trip. Like, we're not going to chaperone. I could tell they didn't take that great. The energy wasn't good. They're just like not looking at us or talking. The students there are fine, but they're just, because we've done it for 8 years. But since then, we want our students to have 5, 10 opportunities. Because UC is going to take all 20 graduates if we graduate 1 year. So that was a little stressful. I could just tell that the energy is off. I was sick. I don't know if it was from UC or something. I haven't noticed like a lump here. If it doesn't go away, I'm going to go to the doctor and have it removed. It may be a cyst. My doctor doesn't think it's cancer. Then tomorrow I have to present in Columbus. I was Nikki is going up with her husband and kid. I think I'm just leaving early and then presenting and coming home. So that's stressful, but then Fiscal Watch came out. Good and bad news that we're on it, but they are trying to use social work as an example of how to do well with minimal professors and then a lot of grants. So it's like everywhere I go, it feels like I've noticed every student, I walked in class yesterday, everybody, I could tell as they walked in the door, people were just stressed. So, I'm still trying to force a run every Tuesday right before this class, and then that's my self-care.
Okay. Oh, okay, so right now I'm leading a group. Kind of want to change the theme now, because it seems like everybody's just like stressed.
What was the theme before?
The theme at first was girl fights or girl
Right.
fights, but
That can add to the stress.
I don't know.
But whatever however you want to go, that's how groups roll. You notice the energy in the room. Everybody's stressed, trying to pass school, get through it, succeed well.
Speaking of, so I don't know if you knew, but there was like this scam thing going on, like with people sending out links and getting people's like information and stuff. My dumb self clicked on the link, and someone's in my email. That's why, like, when I had emailed you and I had said that I emailed you, you weren't getting it. And then somehow, some way, they messed up my entire email, and then nothing on D2L is working. So, because I had emailed you the day that I came in here about the syllabus.
Right.
I don't think any of my emails are going through, but
I see, right.
yeah.
So the good news is too, this is assignment 2. So there's only 3 major assignments. You'll observe a group or AA meeting. You lead a group like she's doing here, and then the final meeting. That's all you gotta do.
So observe a group,
Mm-hmm.
lead a group,
Mm-hmm.
in the paper.
And paper is creation of a group, which could be what you're doing. You can write about what you're doing here. So you can combine those two.
Is there like a
The syllabus is an entire outline of it.
yeah, I need that, but I don't know if it'll actually send to my email because I haven't, like the last time I got an email was maybe end of September. So I haven't been getting any emails like from any professors.
Right.
So,
Maybe one of you also had printed it out too, or get her the syllabus somehow. I don't know.
you guys have something? I don't have anything.
Well, I have it on.
I have to have everything paper copy now
I
because
know, right?
my
Yeah.
email is hacked to it.
Do you have the personal email? I can send it to your.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. We did check-in. Okay.
So when we lead a group, is it like a Google slide or is it a doc or?
You could do any you want. Some people found their own on just the internet, like mental health group, and then they just let it. You could use Girl Circle, which is a format that tells you start to finish. That might be what she's using as a guide, and it's perfect because it tells you everything to do.
Yeah, so cool.
Yep.
Okay. What's your email? MIKAYLAEN 48@gmail.com. Dr. Trent, I'm so sorry. Are you gonna be teaching anything next semester?
I probably will. It's usually my main two classes are human behavior and this.
Any new classes?
What's that?
Any new classes?
I think they want me to teach forensics. It's a brand new class.
Yeah, forensic social work, I take that.
Yeah, I think I signed up for that. Let me see. Cause I'm trying to do.
Because everybody told me yesterday I'm too flexible and too lenient, so I feel like a shitty professor.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not.
no. If anything, that's literally what suits me. And understanding the flexible.
Well, I've been a social worker for 20 years and I was trained in trauma-informed care, so I know that all of us have a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. Especially because everything is cramped on it.
It is. What year do you graduate?
So I'm actually graduating a semester early. I'll be graduating next fall.
So you both are in the fall.
Mhm.
Dang.
That's why I'm trying to get like further classes. 'Cause
Well, hell
literally
yeah.
The only thing I need is the practicum, so. But the practicum has to be taken seriously, so I have to get back to the practicum.
And get your GPAs up as high as you fucking can. I swear, it's all the money in the world.
I sent it, it should be.
I think that's another thing I've been stressed about, like law school and stuff, like it's crunch time.
Oh yeah,
now.
you do want to do UC because they have the joint JD and everything. Ah, that's smart.
But isn't that 3 years or 2? No.
Law school is 3 years, so if they did the combined MSW and JD, it may add, with advanced 10, it may add an extra half a year.
Okay.
So you're doing the introduction of forensic social work?
Apparently.
Good. Yeah, it literally says TBA for instructor and TBA for time, but it says it's on the wrong class, so.
I'm always TBA and I hate online, that's all that they want me to do.
But I was wondering, what if I like just went for like the law program?
You could,
Would I still get in state if I'm not going to the social program?
that's a brilliant question.
I hope.
If you apply and use the Springfield address,
Okay.
yes. Don't apply and use an Indiana address. When I applied to law school, I used my Kentucky address. Well, I think I did use my Ohio address, and I bought a house in Kentucky, and I had to pay in-state second semester. So I paid 10 grand the first semester, 5 grand the second semester. It pissed me off. It's a lot of money.
It is. But I don't know. I guess I'm just like,
But that 1 year
Expecting
MSW is a huge, if you could knock that out. That's huge.
so you think I should do the dual?
If they still have it.
Okay.
There's girls at the night.
Yes, Girl Circle. Do you have the template? You can email the Girl Circle.
Because I'm looking, but it's saying something about just training.
So it seems that everywhere we look these days, we see stories about how young girls are not getting along with each other. Popular books like Queen Bees and Wannabes, Odd Girl Out, and Mean Chicks, Clicks and Dirty Tricks tell us that girls are far more likely to fight each other than they are to fight their problems. Films like Mean Girls, Bring It On, and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen show us how girls' friendships are often strained when someone develops an interest in a boy or a romantic partner. And that is true, because
Mhm.
especially I feel like in today's culture, like girls are so catty now.
I'm so mean, like,
And mean, yes. Like I think Mean Girls, they think it's like cute being Mean Girls now. Like
Mhm.
Yes.
so,
We like one of these big movies. So.
yeah, yeah. So it definitely could be hard. I think in general to like build friendships with girls
Mhm.
nowadays.
They say most men in their 40s and 50s only have one friend. And then they don't talk to a therapist, so they all either die or commit suicide. The rate is highest with mostly like older men.
I can see that.
Mhm.
My dad seen a therapist for the first time, like
That's big.
last year, or 2022. I don't think he went back, but
Most men don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I see some men as I'm the therapist, and I let them know like that's a good step. You got to talk about shit. You're gonna die with it.
Right.
My boyfriend at least, like, he's self-aware that he needs to talk to a therapist, but I don't think he'll ever, like.
Well, now you can go on growtherapy.com.
Yeah, at least he admitted that he needs therapy.
Yeah,
That's the first step, because,
and if he's got insurance, it might be paid for.
it's scary though. It's scary.
Mhm.
I feel like probably like the main reason why people don't want to go to therapists is because I just think they don't want to know about themselves. Like they don't want people to figure them out. I feel like, or maybe when somebody.
Afraid we'll be judged or something.
Mhm.
yeah, that's how I was. I'm like, I really don't want you to tell me about myself. I just want you to listen. Like, don't even say nothing back. Like, literally just listen.
Mhm.
You can agree, just don't disagree.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. But sometimes that's what people need though, to be told about themselves.
Mhm.
So people can take that type of criticism. So it's all just.
Or like to see things from a different perspective, because sometimes you think that you see things, like maybe you could, like maybe you're like a highly offensive person, so like little stuff offend you, and you know, like maybe you just need different perspective on stuff. Like, I know that's how my dad is. So, okay, so for 15 minutes, that's a long time.
I know, right?
For 15 minutes.
Billable, that's the minimum billable segment is 15-minute group.
Really?
So I'm just trying, like, preparing you guys for the real world. When you lead a group, ideally half an hour, 45 minutes. If you made it to 53 minutes, you can bill for 1 hour. And if you make it to 38 minutes, you can bill for 45. And if you make it to 23 minutes, you bill for a half an hour. That's just like real life billables and Medicaid. It is a long time, but you get us into discussion about the self-care and what we're doing and what sucks right now. And do you have zero balance? And do you have,
Did they ever do that strike? I stayed in my bed.
I think they canceled it.
Or they rescheduled it or something.
oh, the town hall?
No, like the students were talking about. I think the students are getting strike and protest mixed up.
Oh, okay.
Because if they want to do a strike, that means no class, no CAF, no, basically not supporting the school. But if this is a protest, then it's like, okay, they're staying outside the student center and making signs and things like that. So,
Well, they would be dumb to say zero balance because every semester, anyone who has a student loan, you get 5 or 10 grand thrown at them for, and yes, they don't have a zero balance, but it's an additional 5 or 10 grand that they get for next semester. So they'd be dumb to say nobody's coming. So then everybody quits and then you don't get any student loans from 1,752 students. That doesn't make sense.
People have already left.
yes.
Or they just walk, like they
They're
didn't
just-
finish
No,
classes.
they're just. They just went home.
I hope none of our social workers are doing that. That sucks.
It
Like,
just seems like there's not as
hopeless.
many students on campus as there was maybe a few.
But that happens after homecoming every year, aren't they? Just like
Yeah,
extended
they should be
party.
going like, during like the November, October area.
But
Right.
they literally told students, so like, even if you don't leave now, if you don't have a zero balance by the time you leave for Christmas break, you have to have a college yourself to get out. Which is,
I know they're being hard asses, but that's a good way to lose all the money from that 1,700 or how many live on campus.
I feel like eventually they're.
like, I know we're in debt, but them saying that you're gonna have to literally leave campus, is just gonna make them more debt. So.
We've done good in social work because we are lenient and forgiving and will allow the incomplete and you finish the work 6 weeks later. And I know that's not the best way to do it, but I tell people when they do it, don't do this shit in graduate school.
Right.
So you like learn, and it's just like getting into debt in life where like they approve you for a loan, but that means like I got a house now for 30 years and I'm moving in next year and I'll be 47. So I'll be 77 when the house pays off. And I got to keep working at this grueling rate with 3.5 jobs to pay it for 30 years. So.
Life is just hard, like.
And they're raising their retirement age too. I think
I'm
like
sure
by the
they
time
will.
we get grown or like old, it's gonna be like 70 something, like 72.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm like, gee whiz, they like us to work till we die.
I know.
Retire like 30.
Right. Well, you do the military, you can work in there from 18 to 38 and you retire. If you're a cop or military, it's 20 years.
I gotta sign my life away, like.
Right, I
The
get
way
that.
this country is going, I'm not fighting for this.
Oh, no, there's no way I would
Mm-mm.
send my boys off, but they'll probably draft their asses.
Yeah.
I'll run to the mountains with them. and just, you know.
I hope. You know any I'm sorry, are you still?
Oh, yeah.
We're going the whole time on self-care.
Mhm.
Do you know any internships for social work? I've been trying to find some for this summer, but like I emailed, I think it was called, what's that popular university for masters in social work? It's called,
Is it popular here in Cincinnati
yeah, it's
University?
Cincinnati. I forgot what it was called.
How far are you willing to travel?
See, and it was one in Cleveland. Oh, it was Case Western.
Well, yeah, they gave one of our students $48,000 this year.
But I wanted to do an internship, but I also wanted to be like housing included.
Camp Allen is what I did when I was your age. It is a special needs camp, but there is housing included. It is in Cincinnati. It is a good amount of work, but it includes housing. I did it for a whole summer.
I honestly, like, I don't even care where it's at.
Oh, also,
right.
right- Over the Rhine Community Housing. So, and that's in Over the Rhine. So I did that one too. It was called Ray Street Tenant. A restock when I went there is now changed to Over the Rhine Community Housing. And they give you housing and then you lead like a volunteer worker on Saturday. So that was another one I did. That's in Cincinnati Over the Rhine.
Yeah, I don't care where I go. I just didn't want to stay home and do an internship, but that's boring. I
Where
wanna
is
stay
home?
Here.
Oh, in Springfield or?
No, Dave.
Dayton. So Over the Rhine Community Housing, you probably have to type that in. Let's see.
Yeah, I emailed Case Western. It was in Cleveland, the one I did, but they never emailed back. Well, I don't even know if they got my email because.
I know that sucks. I hate
Yeah.
when they do that. OTRCH, they've gotten huge. They're probably rich now too, as they owned all the vacant buildings and Over the Rhine.
Do you have to like pay for anything or do you just?
I think the only thing we paid for was the phone bill. I mean, this was in 2001, so think about that. That's a long time ago.
For social work to be a big major, I have not found any internships. And then they had a career fair like 2 weeks ago, and then the people that were there were only looking for seniors or people that already have their bachelor's. But I'm like, what about the juniors and sophomores? Like,
Right. I would almost say the place you work sounds the best.
Well,
You still do that?
oh, home healthcare?
Yes. That's legit. Like you make money to pay to live wherever the hell you want. 'Cause it's real money.
Mhm.
Do they still hire?
Yeah, they still hire. I'm not working right now. You have to have a card because you gotta like be able to like transport the clients.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't though. Sometimes the client just wants you in the home, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's good, but I'm starting to see like a lot of like fast food places and stuff. They're raising their wages to like 15.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and like that's kind of like the range. That home health baby is like 15, 16, 17 area.
Camp Allen, when I search them, they come up under Stepping Stones, Ohio / Camp Allen, because they're the overnight camp. It's a special needs camp. I did that in 2001 also.
Do you get paid or is it on fair?
So it does pay. It is very, very minuscule because of the housing. That's the issue.
Okay.
Same with, I feel like anyone that includes housing, that's why.
It's probably like, yeah.
Don't they have shit here though where you can do, it's like, God, they have so many programs. Like there's one that's like Upward Bound.
Oh, I heard of that.
Yeah, like they got all kinds of stuff where you just stay here and do programs for kids, like Upward Bound.
Someone did that. this past
Yup.
summer.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I did hear about that. They were over in honors.
Is it the honors hall you said?
I think they were over in honors and they did this.
See, I feel like we have a lot of programs that they just don't get the word out here about anything.
Yeah.
My friend did one in Dayton, University of Dayton. I think they have one.
Well, I would guarantee University of Dayton
Yeah,
has an
I
Upward
think that's
Bound.
the one too.
That would be a cool one because they got some nice ass housing over there.
They do.
Like Dayton's like highfalutin
I was gonna
50,000 a
go
year.
there, but they're so expensive.
They gave me a scholarship and I was like, woohoo. And then I looked up, I got accepted there 3 different times for law school, for theology graduate school, and for undergrad. And I always got a scholarship and I looked at their tuition. I'm like, hell no, as they give you a partial scholarship.
Is it like private or something?
It's totally private.
Okay.
It's like 50,000 a year.
Oh, no.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
But
Oh.
they do have a nice campus. There's a lot of like things to do around campus. So, I mean, if you got the money, then that's definitely a good choice. But I didn't have the money, so.
They do have 2020, that's 24, overnight camp, staycation or day camp openings. That's Camp Allen. I still feel like Upward Bound would be a better one to join.
Probably because it's closer to home.
How do you guys join
And I
this?
think they give you 2,000.
That's better than nothing if they're giving you, you sign up through the U.S. Department of Education for that, see? If you do the Upward Bound program, I wonder if you just like type in your zip code and they give you. Oh, that's the first one that came up. Central State University Upward Bound. It's a year-round academic program with summer component emphasized placed on language arts, math sciences, and social sciences. Okay. Academic tutoring, laboratory, counseling, career, campus visit, ACT work study. That's probably, did you do work study here?
Yes. Only for a year. But then they cut my work study amount off.
So it does say apply now, fill in your personal educational information, fill in your family information, write a brief, I wonder if that's for like the campers that do come. Who is eligible, is there a stipend, meet our staff. So there's 3 dudes here too that do it. Well, 2 guys in a suit and then one has her MBA.
I wouldn't mind doing it this summer either.
I know, right? I guess I would just email these guys. Either John Aneen and then, because he's trio Upward Bound, Kay Forte.
Is that Miss Khalil?
That's what it says, yeah. Or Godson Okacha.
She'd be a great contact. She's from Dayton.
Yeah, that may give you housing.
When I was in band, her son was in band, she was Dave's mom, so. Like,
Ah,
Karen Booster.
Right.
you know, She's always up here, like, for
Is our activity to journal for the girl fights?
Okay.
She said, "Oh yes."
Kind
Right
of want to
now.
skip that though, because there's
Is
some
it a long
questions.
one?
Yeah.
Are
There's some
they
questions I
personal questions?
Yeah.
Like, when was your last girl fight? Did you get out into the middle of the parking lot and like throw down?
Okay, what do you recommend a girl to do when her friend's boyfriend asks her out?
Say no.
Like cheating or something? Is that cheating?
Yeah, basically,
Oh.
like.
Oh, say no.
Yeah, don't get in that one. That's a mess.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would definitely say no to like immediately to my friend.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Okay, what should a girl do when her friend seems to be flirting with her boyfriend?
Is that when you're supposed to fight?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Let's say, what should a girl do when her friend seems to be flirting with her boyfriend?
Oh, okay. I guess.
Shoot, let them be together.
I don't know, like, tell them not.
Like,
This
dude,
is
stop.
so middle school, like.
Well, it is a group that you're leading for. It's like ages 13 and 19. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm about to say, this is like, okay.
And you can adapt it to college. You could be like, what happens if your two friends got drunk and somebody slept with somebody the other night?
Yeah, that happened.
I know it does. That's why I'm saying. So make it real. Make it just like it's a college dorm.
Okay, okay.
How does that even get fixed? I guess it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't, dude. Like, and then if there's an STD, forget about it.
You just gotta have to cut your losses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why it does help to wait until marriage. I never did. I was bad, so I'm not one to ask and follow. But I tried. I did try. And you go to confession. Catholics go to confession now.
And that's why I completely, now I understand why they say wait until marriage. 'Cause
Right.
Like, when they first tell you that, but they never tell you why.
Right.
They just be like, oh, it's bad.
Yeah, because you do get, whether you like it or not, you get attached to every person you've ever been with.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, that's just a fact. That's just,
It saves you a lot of emotional turmoil.
it does.
It does.
I mean, because it's been 31 years for me, 32 years probably. And I would do long-term relationships and you get connected to that person, like 3 years, 3 years from like 15 to 18, 3 years from like 19 to 22. I've been engaged a few times and you learn about life. I have. You learn about people.
I mean, me and my fiance are still engaged. So after we had our daughter, we're like, we can't have any more kids.
Right, yeah.
So
Well, and
we practice celibacy until we actually get married and
yeah,
That's so
establish.
good.
that is awesome. And we do natural family planning. Have you guys ever heard of that? That's a Catholic thing.
Oh, like just saying when you want to have kids.
You do, and then there's 10 days you're fertile, and then there's 20 days you're not. So if you want kids, you go whenever the 10 days you're fertile. If you don't, and we think we're done at 4 and 4 years, you skip them 10 days you're fertile. But it's then finding out. It's called the Creighton method. It's research done out of the University of Creighton. When you are fertile, usually it is when there's mucus present. So, because a woman can't get pregnant without mucus, so then we just have to communicate better about it. Like, it's my fertile time. Or if she wants another kid, she'll be like, let's go. We don't think it would be great because we're already overwhelmed with 4. So,
That's good. I think that's how it should. That's how it should be.
yeah.
That's how it should
I
be.
think
Yep.
they have like they have a thing at, well, it's really at any pharmacy store, like you can track your ovulation.
Yeah. She bought one of those. It was like $300, right? Aren't they expensive or are they getting cheaper?
Well, the one at Walmart was, I think, I've seen it for $60.
Okay, maybe they are
But
getting more
maybe it was
affordable.
the Walmart brand.
Right.
So,
I think we tried to use the HSA card to buy it. It's your health savings account card. But we may go back to that. Because if you did use like a condom in your Catholic, you go to confession for that too. Like you don't use contraception, seriously.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that person in the box knows everything.
Right, he does, right,
That's
sure.
crazy.
I don't know if I can handle all of that. Just-
Oh, being the
just
confessional?
drop their dirt.
Yeah.
But if you're a counselor, that's what you get too.
Yeah.
It's the same
I
crap,
don't
man.
think I can do that.
It's hard. I never said I would counsel. I didn't even know you could counsel with a social work degree.
See, my thing is, I just, when people tell me stuff, I kind of, it weighs on me.
Right, yeah.
And I
Yeah,
kind of take
I'm
on,
very empathetic person.
yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
take on everybody's too much sometimes.
Right, it does. Yeah, you gotta do the self-care.
That's how I am too. Like, I think I'm definitely, what's it called when you feel people's emotions, an empath?
Probably empathetic, yeah.
Empathetic?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
like, ugh.
My sister actually had to change her major because she just knew, because she was a social work major too at Ohio
Oh, she
State.
was?
Yeah, Ohio State, and then, she took, a victimology class there.
We have that now.
Yeah, but I have to ask permission.
Did you really?
Yeah, it says
Why?
in the paper. Well, it says if you're not a criminal justice major, then you have to ask permission to get in the class. Yeah. It was like, if you're interested and you're not a criminal justice major, just text this number and then they'll give you permission to join the class. I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm just trying to get as much filler classes as possible.
Right.
So I'm gonna need to do.
Interesting.
Okay, it's saying, what about the girl who doesn't have a romantic relationship, but all of her friends seems to have one? What does she usually feel or think? What should she do?
She feels left out, feel like she's inadequate. I think she should refrain from getting into a relationship because at that point she'd probably settle for anything.
Right,
Because she's so desperate to
Yeah.
want a relationship, so
Yeah.
maybe she should just focus on herself.
And I've definitely been like that person. Like all my friends, relationships, but me. It just make you feel like, dang, am I pretty enough? Or like, I don't know. It just make you question yourself. But getting in a relationship, like you said, that's not the right answer. You're not in a good mental state to be with somebody. Cause now it just feel like you're like with them for validation or something.
Mhm.
Something like that.
It says I just found my professor on Grindr. What should I do?
You just told you what?
Someone said I just found my professor on Grindr. What should I do?
Oh, shit. Was that a dude?
I don't know. It's on this anonymous app that our school has.
Is it being for real or is it?
Yeah. It says
Just-
the app
just-
tells you to use your profile.
Just say, tell us who the professor is.
I was gonna say like swipe right or whatever.
Right.
However it works, like.
Well, have you guys heard how that works?
I've never been.
Because I have a friend who did do it after he divorced.
I have a friend who did.
Let's go.